Hey y'all! We are going to open a little Box of Horrors package tonight. There are items in here from Ribbits Stickits and Victorian Varnish, which were all sent to me to show off to y'all and do swatches and pictures and all that stuff. Hi, Crazy Cat! So I'm going to really quickly send this to our broadcasting channels and the few people that Instagram hates me and won't let me add them to my broadcasting channels. And then we're going to get into this. I'm very excited to see what is in here. The theme this month is villains, so I feel like it's going to be some really fun things. Are you going to do what I want, Instagram? Probably not. Oh, maybe. Yes. Okay, awesome. Hi, Sunshine and Polish. Hi, Laura. I'm very excited. Tonight is another sip and swatch which for us is just getting cozy and chilling and drinking your favorite beverage, whether that be alcoholic or not. I am going to stick with water tonight just because I had sweet tea at lunch and I don't do a lot of sugar. So I'm going to be sipping on some water tonight, but hopefully you grab your favorite drink and sip and chill with us while we do some live swatches. Hi, Frida. So as I said, we have a little Box of Horrors tonight. There are offerings in here from Ribbits Stickits and from Victorian Varnish. I'm very excited. Also, I am super thrilled about this shirt. I literally found this at a thrift store today, and it was just too perfect for tonight's thing. I thought it was cool for like my Halloween spooky vibes anyways, but like it was too perfect for tonight's theme, so I had to grab this. Also, it was like $6. So Laura says, hi, I'm also drinking water. Good. Hydrate. Make sure we hydrate. Whatever you're drinking, just chill. We're just going to have some relaxing vibes tonight. I do have my info sheets in here. I'm going to put those to the side so that we don't lose those, because I actually thought I lost ribbits already when I went to like write my little post-it. I was like, where did I put it? But I forgot they all came on one and I like cut them up, so it's like it's a little piece with a lot on here. I really should have blown up the text because it's real small. We'll see how that comes to play later. But let's just go ahead and start opening stuff. First, I believe this is a VV. Hello. Y'all, me and bubble mailers lately have not been friends. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. Hi, Sylvie. Yeah, I hope you guys, I always do this. Is it Sylvie or Sylvia? Please let me know. Please let me know. I hate saying y'all's names wrong. But I hope everyone's having a good weekend or had a good weekend. Did anyone do anything super fun or did you just relax? Because like relaxing weekend is a huge bonus too. I had a giant swatch-a-thon yesterday. I think I did 10 polishes yesterday. I could have done 2. I had 2 more to do and I finally was like, no, I need to go do some other work. So I did stop. And then today me and Kevin went out for breakfast, which then turned into lunch because apparently the Taco Bell closest to us doesn't do Taco Bell breakfast, which we didn't know. So we ended up going to get lunch at a different local joint for lunch. And we just we ran errands. We went to Sam's Club. I needed stuff for work and for home. Hi, Brooklyn. And then we did a little shopping. I have a birthday party for a friend's son on Friday, so I went to find a gift for him. I have a Halloween event this weekend, so I'm trying to like piece together the rest of my costume, plus thrift shopping. I love thrift shopping, so we went to a few thrift stores, but we just kind of had a relaxing day out today. Frida says, I worked, tax deadline coming up. This is nice into the day. Well, I'm glad that you're getting to relax. Like I said, get your favorite beverage, just settle back and get ready for some swatches. But I totally understand the tax deadline stuff. Like taxes are not fun for anyone. Hi, Tucker James. Welcome in. Laura, we went to Ananka yesterday, Halloween capital of the world. They had Vintage Fest. It was crazy and too hot. Well, that sounds super cool. I hope you took lots of pictures. I want to see them. That sounds awesome. Oh, Waffles just came in here. I guess he's going to chill with me. He usually sits on the couch and watches football with Kevin. Well, I don't know. I guess he didn't want to watch football tonight. I don't blame him. Okay, so we have Victorian Varnish. This is, I just realized we're really far back. Hold on. Let me get up close and personal here. Also, I bought a new ring light today. It's a clippy one to clip on your desk. I actually have it clipped on my arch light. So it's not a tripod taking up half of my desk. It's like perfectly up here, and I think it's going to be good for this front lighting. I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. Give me your opinions on it. Hi, Jen. Okay, so first we have Silly Me from Victorian Varnish. Excuse me. It is a reflective. Oh, you can see the arch light or the ring light. So that might be something to keep in mind when we're doing it. But I do think it's helping with the front camera lighting a little bit. I'm gonna pull it down just a little bit closer. This is really pretty. It looks like a purple base. And then it has some blue, purple, pink shift. And then definitely pink, maybe orange reflective glitters. Let's grab the flashlight. Ooh, and then maybe some blue shimmer too. I can't tell. It's got a ton in it. It's really pretty. Laura, I took one photo. I was disappointed in the lack of Halloween decor and it was so crowded. I feel that. I feel that. We went, there is a place in Indiana called Santa Claus, Indiana. And I was so excited to go to this place. We actually we do a yearly work trip to Indianapolis. So we went there and then we extended our trip by an extra day. Or 2 days, I think, because we drove there, we stayed the night, then we planned on spending the day in Santa Claus. So we extended our trip to go to Santa Claus, and then we got there, and there's like a park with a giant statue of Santa Claus, and it's called Reindeer Lake, and there's some decorations there. There's a post office with some decorations, and you can get like a special stamp that's the North Pole from Santa Claus, Indiana, and then like a Christmas store. And that was the Christmas level. That was it. Like, I thought it was going to be like a Hallmark movie. I thought everything was going to be decorated. And it was not. We actually got, like, we went in this little boutique and the girl was like, oh, if you guys are staying a little longer, you should check out this little town next to us. They have some cool shopping. And we went there. And it was like August. It was fall time or maybe even September. And that was more decorated than this town. It was fall, but it was still it was more Hallmarky. We like went to a coffee shop. We had lunch. Like that was better than Santa Claus. So I totally understand the disappointment. I've been like, this is going to be so cool. And then it's just not, but I'm sorry that it was disappointing. I hope that, you guys at least had a fun little family trip and a relaxing day. I know it was crowded, but I hope you still had a decent time together. All right, this is our second polish from Victorian Varnish. I believe, because I wrote up the little info sheet, we have 2 polishes from Victorian Varnish for Little Box of Horrors, and then we have 4 from Ribbits. And Little Box of Horrors Wishlisting now starts, they've changed the Wishlisting date. I believe it is now the 18th. You know what? Let's make sure that's correct. I know they've just changed it. Where did it go, George? You were just in my notes. Well, oh, is it? Okay, there we are. Okay, the 19th. Okay, I need to change that on my thing. They have changed Wishlisting to be the 19th. And then the sale goes the 22nd through the 30th. I need to fix that. I'm actually going to straight up cross it off on here and change it so that everyone else is aware that that's not with that color. Yes, the color matters to me. It's an OCD thing. Oh, and that's going to be an awful color to do it in. Oh my gosh, y'all. All right. We're not having a good day here with these pens. I don't know if this is going to be any better. All right, close enough. I'll re-go over that. I just like to have everything. Hide Remix, I'd like to have everything in, written form for y'all too, because I know sometimes hearing doesn't stick, but reading does. So, okay. The second polish from Victorian Varnish is Brilliant, Bad, and a Little Bit Mad. And this is a really pretty, I'm not sure if it's a full silver base or if it is a clear base. And then it has red, black, and white glitters and various shapes and sizes. And I definitely feel like there's some hollow. Yes, there's the hollow sparkles. Hi, Cassie. Hey, you came in on the Loud account. Very pretty. I'm not sure if this is a topper or if it's going to be full coverage. Obviously, we'll find out together. It has also just occurred to me I didn't grab a swatch bail out, so we'll get that together too. Y'all, I'm not prepared tonight. I was making a background. I didn't have a Little Box of Horrors background yet, so I was making that, and it was giving me a little trouble. So I put myself in a tizzy, so it's on me. Now, again, the theme for Little Box of Horrors October is villains. So Victorian Varnish's duo is based on Joker and Harley Quinn. So those are those vibes there. And then we're going to get into Ribbits, which is all in a cute little baggie. She labels it with me, labels it Little Box of Horrors and stuff, so I know what is what. Get that out of my way. Let's see what we have. Okay, we got got 2 in this little bubble mailer. Where does this bubble mailer open? There we go. I got it. Jen says, I love the word tizzy. I say tizzy all the time. We like to use tizzy and discombobulated. We use discombobulated a lot. Shindig, that's one of Kevin's favorite. Hi, Annie Marie. Yeah, Kev loves shindig. Actually, our wedding invitations even said, like, come to our shindig. So, yeah, we like the fun words. Okay, these are not Joanna's eggs, which is a reference to, oh, y'all, I know this. It's a Big Mouse reference. If you know what Big Mouse means. And I ain't trying to get anybody shut down or in trouble. I also like wonky, Jen says. Wonky's a good word too. I like wonky. I like cattywampus. That's a good one. Rescuers Down Under? Is that what that one's from? Y'all, I don't remember. You'll see Joanna. She's on here. Also, ignore the fact I popped peelies while we were out shopping. I lost my index and my thumb. I will show you that closer. This is a really pretty aqua teal base. I feel like that light is washing it out a little bit. I'm going to turn it down. Okay, maybe, can I turn the temperature? Okay, I don't like the temperature change. All right, but it's a really pretty, Rescuers, thank you. Okay, I thought it was, and then I couldn't remember. It's a very pretty teal base. It's coming off more blue. It's definitely a little more green. Hopefully back camera does better. And it has a beautiful shimmer to it, green to red, I think. And then it's got some large chunky flakies in here. Very pretty. I get the Joanna reference for sure. And then next, which y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, I opened this bubbler all kinds of funky. It like tore and stuck. I don't even know what's going on there. That one will just be stuffing for padding. This one is Fidget the Bat, which is a bat. I'm not sure. Honestly, I really am not sure which Big Mouse film he's from. I don't know if all of these are from Rescuers, actually, now that I am saying it. I don't know. So, hopefully, if y'all know the reference, because I do not, I'm not going to even pretend. I don't know the reference to that one. I recognize the bat, but I don't get the reference. You'll see the bat closer because labels are awful on the front camera. This is a really pretty grayish purple toned base. It's got black flakies, so there you are, Jen. And then I see some larger shimmer, as well as some reflective glitters in here. You don't say magnet, right? Okay. I wasn't reading the labels to see if any of these are magnetics either. I feel like, yeah, okay, so there's a smidgen of reflective glitters in here. You can see them sparkling just at the edge. I think they're blue. And then you can see that shimmer shift in here too. This is really pretty. It's definitely a unique polish. Yeah, back camera's gonna show that. Gray with black flakies. I die. Yes, Jen. It's really pretty. And the shimmer that picks up in this, it's not showing so great on the front camera, but the shimmer in that is really pretty too. And then we have 2 more. Ooh, okay, I just saw one and I'm like, I'm so excited. I want to get it out here right now. Ooh, and it's the first one too. Sorry, I'm really excited. This is so pretty. This is Reporting for Duty, which is the 2 little demons, or are they devils? Demons, devils. They're from Hercules. Again, you'll see them better when we do the back. But this is a really, really cute base. I believe it is a white Crelly base. And then it has blue and pink glitters. They're definitely hollow glitters in different shapes and sizes. So I've got hex glitters. That's the word I want. And square glitters. And then it looks like the squares are a darker tone. And then it's hollow. Y'all, this is so cute. This is a really fun polish. I'm seeing like Valentine's manis and actually, you know, the cutesy horror manis with like Scream on it and Chucky, but they're in like pinks and blacks. I think that would be really cute on this. And then it is definitely hollow. Here it is with the flash. You can see the sparkles in there. This is really cute. I'm excited for this. And then we have one more from Ribbits. Hello. It's sticky in there. Hello. There we go. The bag is like sticky. Those bags have not been my friends lately. This is Technicolor Pachyderm, which I believe is from Fantasia. I think it's the the neon elephants. I believe this is a Fantasia reference. This doesn't say magnetic, but I get the vibes that this is going to be a magnetic. It is a magnetic. Okay, cool. I'm glad that I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning what might be what, just based on looking at it. So this is a really pretty magenta base. And then it has a like, let me see if I can get that shift to show. It has like an orangey, purpley shift. It's really hard to tell. And then it is a magnetic, so we're gonna do the magnetic pull. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, the darn mixing ball. All right, so we get, it looks like a purple base with blue and magenta flake, y'all. And then it's got a pink magnetic line. Oh, you can see the orange of it. So it looks like an orange to magenta shift for that magnetic line. He keeps trying to grab the mixing ball, which is why I can't get it to stick. Very cool. Very interesting. I'm excited to see this one out of the bottle because it's like it does pull the background to be more of a like raspberry burgundy color, and then it's got this large particle shimmer that shifts blue purple, and then that magenta orangey magnetic pigment. Very cool. I do need to really quick, which I'm going to do before I flip you around so you're not staring at a blank background. I did not grab swatch wheels or swatch sticks for this. I was not prepared today. I swear I try to be. Alright, so we have one magnetic, so I'm going to grab 2 swatch sticks for that, which I did order more, and I finally have more. And then Maple is angry. Not sure at what, but she is in fact angry at something. Alright, I have my VV's ring. Do I have a Ribbits ring? I haven't quite switched over to doing rings per boxes yet because I'm not swatching that many brands. There's a Ribbits. So I'm kind of keeping those to their own brand just for my organizational skills. I also need to grab a Glamour Gear, which I have. Oh, you can actually see it. I think I'm zoomed out a little bit, or maybe my body blocks it. I have this. It needs to be attached to the wall still, but I have this magnetic, well, a metal bulletin board back here that I stick all of my magnets, all of my magnetic magnets to for polishing. So I'm going to grab my Glamour Gear off of there because I wasn't prepared, y'all. Was not prepared. That's my own fault. I promise. I'm usually better set up than this. And we will need some thingy-majiggers. Oh, actually, I guess we only have one magnetic, so I only need one stamper. Cool. Okay. I think we are set. So I'm going to flip you over and turn on the air filter. I'm also going to grab a drink really quick. So again, this is our sip and swatch because we are doing a live on a weekend. That's what we've decided I am now calling our weekend sip and swatches so we can all relax. Hi, Mama. So we can all relax together. Again, I'm drinking water. You grab your drink of choice. Make sure you hydrate and just relax and join us. Let's hang out for the evening. All right, I'm going to flip y'all over. Scoot you down so I can see what's happening. And then I'm going to zoom you in just a tiny bit. Okay, that crossing off of the 18th was not such a great idea. Let me see if I can clean that up really quick. And then we'll just rewrite it in whatever color my hand grabs. Black it is. Okay, so wish listing for HHC has now changed. Let's see if I can get this off. It is a wet erase. So we have to like be careful or I'm going to end up erasing the whole thing. Okay, now I also have to dry it because I can't write on it wet. I've been there, done that. Oh, see, this is my life. I had it, it was good, and then I messed it up. And the OCD part of me needs to fix it, but all right, that's what she's gonna look like. So wish listing now is gonna start on the 19th each month. They have changed it. Hi, Impatient Polish Addict. I love your handle. Yes, so Little Box of Horrors wish listing will now be the 19th every month, and then it will pre-order will run the 22nd through the 30th. So that part hasn't changed, but they have changed wish listing from the 18th to the 19th every month. Jen says she has a Diet Coke tonight. Yes. I am not a diet fan of any sort. I never have really been, but I also don't drink a lot of soda, so there's that too. Okay, I'm going to do Victorian Varnish first, just because honestly it's the first thing that I wrote down. So there's not really a rhyme or reason of why I'm doing it. Please don't think I love one more over the other, because I love both of these brands and both of these makers. I've been friends with them for a long, long time, and they are both super sweethearts. So I'm just doing it because that's what I wrote down on the list first. Hi, Melissa. Welcome in. Grab yourself a drink and sit back, relax while we do our sip and swatch here. Jen says, it's a weakness. I get it. Some people really, really love Like, I know people who are, like, they've got to have their Dr. Pepper for the day or whatever. I thankfully am not one of those. Y'all, look at this. A little peely pop there. All right, well, now we got 3 naked nails, so just ignore them. All right, we're going to start with Victorian Varnish's Little Box of Horrors offerings. We have the 2 offerings tonight. The theme for Little Box of Horrors October is villains. So we have Brilliant Bad and A Little Bit Mad, based off of Harley Quinn. And then we have Silly Me, which is based off of the Joker. And then they pair really well together. Super cute. Now, they do not come as a duo. They are sold individually. She just used a duo to make her inspiration for these, inspiration for these things. So yeah, I'm gonna do Silly Me again just because it's the first thing I wrote on my list. These are both going to be $13.50 with a cap of 50 or of $150 each. Hi Heather, welcome in. So going with Silly Me first. This is a berry grape base with an intense pink to purple to green shimmer with loads of pink and purple reflective glitters. And you can already see that shimmer. It sits right there on top. It's gorgeous. And then it is jam-packed with reflective glitter. Like, there is so much in there. I mean, you can see how much has settled because there is so much in there. And then I'm going to grab my flash right here and we will show off that reflective glitter so you can get all of the sparkles. Ooh, look at that shimmer pop on there too. Gorgeous. Heather, do you have a drink ready for our sip and swatch here? Whatever drink is your preference, just something so you can relax while we do this. I am drinking water. Jen has a Diet Coke. Laura's also drinking water. All right, let's get a swatch of this on here. If you missed our Victorian Varnish swatch on Friday night, I showed off all of these beautiful polishes. These are all coming October 10th. They have some Halloween limited edition polishes, as well as a collection based off of bed knobs and broomsticks. Y'all, my brain stopped there, which I did watch the movie after my live. I do not remember any of it, apparently. And then there is also a fun glow-in-the-dark collab that me and Victorian Varnish did. So these are in collaboration with me. So all of this stuff comes out October 10th from Victorian Varnish on their website. You can watch that live here or over on YouTube. It is posted in both places if you want to see those. But we're going to go in with our first coat of Silly Me. Oh, that's a lot lighter than I expected it to be. I won't even pretend. I'm hoping the second coat makes it a little bit more opaque. I feel like I want to zoom y'all in just a little bit more. Jen says Torch Treats is special. Yes, y'all. I don't usually go back and reference, but because it's right here, it really is, y'all. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. It really is beautiful. That is the cog of the month, which will come with a super cute dragon sticker that matches it. But here is one coat of Silly Me. You can see that beautiful purple, pink, green shimmer right on top. Heather, water with Ultima electrolytes. Nice. Thanks, Jen. She said, bless me. There's that sneeze I had on Friday night that disappeared. That shimmer is really pretty on there. And you can already kind of see the sparkle of the reflectives. But if we grab our flash, we can show those off even more. I love that the pinks always really look pink. Like, sometimes the colored reflectives, in my opinion, just kind of turn to sparkle. But the pink and the purple kind of stay pink and purple. Heather says, gorgeous. It's really pretty. I'm excited to see this built up in a second coat because it's a little bit more sheer than I personally expected it to be. But that's why we do multiple coats. Now, it is a reflective, so you're definitely going to need a coat of your favorite glitter grabber. Victorian Varnish sells one. It's called Steamroller. It's fantastic, and it'll just smooth all that grittiness out. That's just kind of part of reflective glitters. So there's one coat of Silly Me. Now we're going to go into their second offering, which is Brilliant Bad and A Little Bit Mad, which is inspired by Harley Quinn. This is a sheer large particle shimmer sparkly base with an assortment of glitters in black, red, and white. It can be used as a topper or by itself. Very cool. It definitely, because it is used as a topper, it's probably going to be a 3-coater, high slopes. Is anyone curious to see it over top of, you know what, let's just do it. I'm going to do a second swatch of Silly Me so we can show that one on top of it. Like, why not, right? Because it is in fact a topper. So let's do that. Let's do a second swatch of Silly Me so we can topper it with Brilliant Bad and a Little Bit Mad. Why not? Who's going to stop us? All right, let's do 1 coat of Brilliant Bad and a Little Bit Mad, just so we can see it on its own, which I will do 2 coats. I always like to see the toppers built up in 2 coats so you know how they're going to act. Oh, this is fun. I know it's Harley Quinn, but I also get, honestly, anything black, red, and white always gives me Alice in Wonderland vibes too, because of all the playing cards. Oh, look at that shimmer base. She says large particle shimmer sparkly base, and it is definitely that. Hi, Waffles. You come back to hang out with me again? Okay. I didn't even realize he went down the hall. Jen, Slopes is waving, and Jen says, I'm trying to wave at Slopes, but the watch list won't load. Hi, Slopes. Dude, I haven't been able to have the watch list load in like 2 weeks. It's so frustrating. I can't see anyone's government names. I can't actually truly see who's watching. Like, sometimes it shows me 2 and there's 8 and vice versa. And yeah, Instagram's broken. Slopes, I'm going to need to grab Dirty Enabler and Poop and Ghost. Yes, Poop and Ghosties and Dirty Enabler. Those are the collab polishes I did with Victorian Varnish that come out on the 10th. They are glow in the darks. They also are not top coated here, so like obviously they're going to be way more shiny and beautiful then, but they're so fun. I haven't even swatched them yet. I was going to swatch them yesterday, but I did 10 swatches and I decided to stop, so I will get them swatched tomorrow. But I'm so excited, and their glow is gorgeous. But we're back to this beautiful topper. Slope says, I know Insta hasn't been showing people watching. It's so frustrating. I hate it. I think they also haven't been pushing them out. So like most people don't know I'm live right now, which is another reason I'm happy I'm uploading over on YouTube, because anyone who subscribes over there, you'll get a notification when I upload these videos. So at least you know that it happened and you can watch it over there. I still need to work on doing lives at both places at the same time. We just haven't gotten there. So Jen says, my husband's a table games dealer at a casino. I always think of him with red and black. I totally get that. My dad dealt when I was a kid at a casino as well. And yeah, anything poker related, we always thought of him. Now, as an adult, I have found out that he had a gambling addiction, which probably wasn't a good thing that he worked there. Or it could be why he didn't work there anymore. But that's a whole nother thing. Heather says, I love those, the green and blue. Aren't they really fun? I love them too. I was so excited when Tammy was like, I have these, we need to collab, we need to do something. And then the names come from our live swatch of Victorian Varnish's Speakeasy Spirits Advent, which was just, y'all, it was just a really fun live. So if you want to go back and watch that, those polishes, overpours, will be available towards the end of October after the Advent openings end. So there is one that correlates with these if you wanted to get your hands on it. But all right, let's go back and do second coats of Silly Me. Jen says, oh, I hate to call my husband a dealer, but I mean, if that's what he is, that's what he is, you know. That's amazing. I love that. People are always like, what do you guys do? And Kev just makes stuff up all the time. So to be able to be like, hey, he's a dealer, and just see people's faces, that would be hilarious. All right, here is second coats. I am going to do second coats on both of them. Okay, I definitely think the opacity went up. I do feel like it might need a third to be fully opaque, but I'm not angry at it. No, okay, hold on. That's a naked nail. Yeah, this is well, honestly, what the heck's the name of this one? This is D from the new Bed Knobs and Broomsticks collection coming. That literally just watched it yesterday, which is kind of a smoky-ish base. So it doesn't fully cover that, but I feel like it does okay natural nails. So hi, Andy, welcome in. Slope says, Jen, that's hilarious. Yeah, so I feel like opacity is not bad in 2. 3 might be better. I will let y'all know what I personally do. I typically stick to 2 coats because I am lazy and I don't have the patience for 3 coats, if I'm being honest there. I'm going to close this bottle before I knock it over. I am going to grab that flash to show off the reflectives, which are very sparkly. And again, that shimmer just pops even more. Yeah, I typically do 2 coats. I don't have the patience for 3. I also like to show y'all what it looks like in 2, and you can decide if you want 3. I feel like it's going to be okay in 2. I think 3 would make it like have way more depth, but it is very pretty, and those sparkles in there. Yeah, I think you could go 2 or 3. It just depends on what you personally like to do. I'm going to give you a screenshot. Here is 2 coats of Silly Me. For those just joining, we are showing off some Little Box of Horrors offerings. This will be October's shop. So Wishlisting starts on the 19th now. They have changed that. And then pre-order will be the 22nd through the 30th of October. This is one of Victorian Varnish's offerings. And then their second offering is Brilliant Bad and a Little Bit Mad. And again, both of these polishes are going to be $13.50 with caps of $150 each. I'm going to do a second coat on this one because it is designed to be a topper or used by itself. It has a clear base. This one is the Large Particle Shimmer Sparkly Base with an assortment of glitters in black, red, and white. We're going to do our second coat of it, and then I'm also going to put it over on top of our Silly Me, just to see them paired together. I am not mad at this in 2 coats. I think you could sponge it on or do a third if you wanted it like full coverage, opaque. But honestly, I don't hate it in 2. Like, it has so much glitter in there that it covers mostly everything. If I had played a little bit more, I could have put one more glitter on the tip just to fully smooth out and cover all that. Again, this is going to be a textured polish. It has so much glitter in it. You're going to want a layer of your favorite glitter smoothing it top coat. Victorian Varnish, again, has Steamroller, which you can get on their site. You can see that beautiful sparkly shimmer for the base. And then all of the glitters. Super fun. I will get you, let me grab you a label shot and then we'll do it as a topper. So here is Brilliant Bad and a Little Bit Mad. It is Harley Quinn inspired. Oop, I just realized I didn't, well, block that out in a second. The theme has been slightly changed. So it is villains now. All right. So there is that. I'm going to do a coat on top of our Joker themed here, Silly Me. All right. Ooh, I like that. It's very punk rock. Like, it kind of gives me Cruella de Vil, but like the new Cruella de Vil. Okay, that's really fun together. I kind of had my doubts when I went to do it. I was like, oh, I don't know. But I do really like it on top of that berry base. All 3 colors show, which I think most people take a black, white, red, and they think about putting it over black, white, or red. So you lose one of the glitters when you do that. I mean, if you put it over like gold or silver, but otherwise, most people want to put it over those colors. But over this berry-ish color, it's really fun, and you still see all 3 glitters. And then that blue, the blue, green, pink shimmer from Silly Me kind of comes through with all those sparkles too. I'm digging them together. I am going to go ahead and grab my flashlight too, because you do have those reflective glitters, which with that intense sparkle shimmer of the topper too, I think you're just going to get all the sparkles in this one. And you definitely do. Yeah, I kind of really love those together. Cute. All right. I guess I'll give you a label shot of them together so you know what that combo was. I don't know. Can I hold them and do this? This is interesting for sure. Where are you at? Okay, maybe. Okay. Kind of a screenshot. It's a little bit awkward. So you have Brilliant Bad and a Little Mad on the top in 2 coats, Silly Me in the bottom in 2 coats, and then you have 1 coat over 2 coats of Brilliant Bad and a Little Mad in the middle. all the things. This is very awkward to hold, I won't even lie. All right, but those are our offerings from Victorian Varnish for Little Box of Horrors. Again, they are both going to be $13.50 each, and a cap of $150 each of them. And then we have 4 offerings for Ribbits Stickits. What is the date? Do we have anything open right now? I don't think so. Okay. I was like, man, I don't know if we have anything open. I do have the 2 polishes that are coming to HHC from Ribbits Stickits. Actually, I lied. She has more than 2 polishes because she also has a magnetic. That's not on here. Yes, we have the brown magnetic, which is Baker Street. Something. It's a detective. Sorry, I know none of that makes sense. But these 2 right here are coming. You have I Didn't Lose Him. He was taken by a bat, which is coming to HHC this month, as well as Life is Full of Sweet Surprises. This is a duo with with one of her car freshies. It is part of her holiday series, which is inspired by Muppets Christmas. So you got little Kermit the Frog there. So you'll get that. The car freshie with the polish for that, and there is a magnetic too, which I don't have on here. It's on its own swatch, but those are coming to HHC. Now for Little Box of Horrors, again, I'm going to do it in order of our sheet here. So we're going with Reporting for Duty first, which is this one. And y'all, this is the one that I kind of gasped pulling it out of the bag because I just think it's super, super fun. And obviously you have our 2 cute little, I don't remember if they're demons or devils or what, but they are from Hercules. This is a white curly base with a mix of pink and turquoise hollow mixes and reflective glitters. So it has all the things in here. I think this is super, super cute. It is going to be $12.50 with a cap of $50 available. We're going to do a swatch here on the wheel. Oh, okay. I love the square glitters. There are big squares and little squares. I love square glitters. I don't know why, y'all. I've never figured it out. But there's just something, maybe because they're unique and not a lot of people use them, but there are big ones up here and there are little ones down here. And I love square glitters. I just think they're so fun. Jen says this is super pretty. I think so too. I think it's very unique. Honestly, I think both Victorian Varnish and Ribbits make very, very unique polishes. I always say they send stuff that I don't have in my collection, and I have a very large collection, so that is hard to do, and I definitely don't have anything like this. Opacity level, we definitely need 2 coats, but I don't think we need 3. She does a lot of white curly bases, honestly, and I very rarely need 3 for her. Like I almost always can stick to 2 coats of her crellies. So I love that too. Now it obviously has a lot of glitter in this. I will suggest a glitter smoothing top coat for this one as well. Look at all the hollow flashes already. Jen says I love square glitters too. I really love square glitters. I don't know why. It does have hollow, so we're going to grab that flash to show that. They were already kind of rainbow sparkles before that, but look at them now. These are fun. Okay, it looks like the small squares are hollow. I don't think the big squares are hollow, but you know what? I don't care because it's cool and I love the squares. Heather, oh gosh, what are the 3 green above? Okay, I'll go back to those just a second. That is super fun. So that one was 1 coat of Reporting for Duty. Heather, you have Life is Full of Sweet Surprises. That's this one here. This is coming to HHC the 14th through the 21st. It is a duo for their holiday collection or options, whatever. It comes with a hanging car freshie, which is a like iconic Christmas scent, so you can't go wrong if you love Christmas scents. And then I Didn't Lose Him. He was taken by a bat, is part of their 100 Years of Magic inspired series. It's a very, very pretty polish too. So both of these will be available at HHC. This one, unfortunately, is Dock Street Theater, which is available in Little Box of Horrors last month. So unless someone destashes this, which is possible, keep your eye out. But this one is not available any longer for purchase. But these 2 will be in HHC. All right. So that was our first coat of Reporting for Duty, which I love these guys. They always cracked me up in Hercules. Next, we are going into Fidget the Bat, which if somebody knows him, please let me know. I recognize him, but I can't name the mouse movie that they are from. So if someone else knows, please let me know. Yeah, look at that beautiful shimmer in this one. This is a blackened violet base with a bright purple to gold shift and a mix of black flakes and reflective glitter. I love the blue reflective glitters, how they pop on there, and that shimmer, bright purple to gold shimmer. Oh, not pretty in there. And then I was right on it being a purpley base. Jen says recognize but can't place. Okay, we're gonna Google. We're gonna Google over here. Hold please. Here, stare at the pretty polish. If I can get a tab open I don't need. There we go. Great Mouse Detective, which is, and Laura got me, there we go. Hi, Melissa P, welcome in. Yeah, Laura got there right as I did. Okay, so, that is what their HHC series is also inspired by this month. So I didn't lose him, he was taken by a bat, I'm gonna assume. Hence the bat. Y'all, I really don't remember that movie either, but it is Great Mouse Detective. Thank you, Laura. And then their other one, which is a brown with a really pretty green teal magnetic that'll be available, is also, it's Baker Street, my dear, it's a long name. Oh, I have it right here. Duh. Okay, so the other offering for HHC is Basil of Baker Street, my good fellow. And then this green is the magnetic pole. So it's really pretty. That one will also be an HHC. But we're going to go back to Fidget the Bat here, who is also from the Great Mouse Detective. Again, everything is villain's theme, so he is clearly the villain or a villain from said movie. We're going to get a coat here on our swatch wheel. I'm very excited by this purpley gray base. Ooh, Jen. Jen, are you on a no-buy? Are you trying to be careful? Because you might want to look away. Because this is super pretty. Hi, Jess. Laura says, I haven't seen it either. I definitely searched it up. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know I saw it as a kid again, but like I don't remember it. I'm sure there are a million movies we watched as children that we don't remember. So, hi, Christy. We are just showing your stuff now from Little Box of Horrors. We've done one coat of our Reporting for Duty. We're doing, we just did one coat of Fidget. And me and Laura have both Googled what Fidget was from because neither of us could remember. But it is super, super pretty. Jen says, I'm on a strict budget. Just got back from vacation. See, I told you should look away, Jen. Because that purple shimmer on top with that gorgeous violet gray base. And then the flakes. I know you love the black flakes. And then we have yet to even show off the reflective, really. Here it is with the flash. So it's just a little bit of reflective in there just to add some twinkles. Oh, it's cute. Again, y'all, not usually my vibes. I don't tend to go for the darker polishes. But the glow on this is so pretty, and I'm getting Halloween vibes. And just like we're getting in the colder months, which does typically reach for darker stuff. Oh, it's really pretty. Jen says, yes, this is definitely a must-have. It is. I knew this was going to be a have-to-have for that. Ooh, look at that shimmer right there. Yes. All right. Ribbit says he's from Great Mouse Detective, goes with the HHC this month. That's what I said. We went there, and I went back and showed off your HHC offerings plus the magnetic, which is on a different swatch stick. But we did. See, I love that it all correlates. Okay, so that was one coat of Fidget the Bat. I love that the inspiration is included on there. So cute, and it makes more sense for my brain. Okay, next we have Technicolor Pachyderm, which I believe this is a Fantasia reference, right? I'm not positive. Again, that's a movie I definitely watched. I know I watched it as a teenager because I don't remember watching it as a kid, but I don't remember much about it because I watched it with a boyfriend. So that's what we're going to say for that. This is a plum base with a Dumbo. Okay, that makes sense too. See, and I didn't like Dumbo as a kid. It kind of scared me. I don't know why. And I did see the like new full life version or whatever, but I only watched it once. So, and Melissa says Dumbo too. 10 points for Melissa. Yes. Okay, we are a magnetic, so we will do the magnetic pull in a second. It's a plum base with a violet to orange magnetic pigment, when magnetized, revealing an electric violet and magenta sparkle base. I don't think I said the price for Fidget. It's going to be $13 with a cap of $50. And then Technicolor Pachyderms is going to be $12.50 with a cap of $50. Jen, I was a sort of dark story for being a young kid. Yeah, I don't know. There was definitely something about it. Maybe because the colors of it were slightly darker too, that it just didn't stick with me. I know my sister loved it. I just remember not being a fan of it. Like there was just something about it that put me off. I don't know. Okay, because this is a magnet. Let me find my magnet. There we go. And we will pull that line. We'll see if it'll cooperate. Usually it doesn't like to do it in the bottle, but we're going to do our best. Yes, which I saw the magenta to orange when we did it on the front camera. So I'm glad that that's showing up a little better. Obviously this is going to do way better when we get it on our stick, but we're trying. I'm trying here. You can see it in the bubble a bit more, and then that beautiful dark base with the violet and magenta sparkles in it. Very pretty. Frida says all Disney movies are dark and always a dead parent. You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Frida. Yeah, there's always just a little bit of darkness to it, but I guess maybe they're trying to make it relatable or just have something to overcome. I don't know, but yes, you're very much right, Frida. Jen says yes. Yeah, you are so right there. And I don't think I've ever stopped to fully think about that. I think everyone thinks of Disney of happy and sparkly and fun and happy endings, but yeah, we have to start somewhere, don't we? All right, let's get a coat on here. I'm going to do a bar magnet, a line, I guess, and a velvet swatch of these. Let me zoom you in so you can see what's happening a little bit. I will also show you it unmagnetized because y'all know I'm a big believer in not magnetizing a magnetic polish. If you like it the way it is, you don't feel like it, you're lazy, whatever reason, you do you. All right, we are also on clear swatch sticks, so keep that in mind when you look at the opacity level. Here it is, unmagnetized. Ooh, y'all, that's so pretty. All right, you just barely see those flakes back there, but then now that we're on here, I'm sure they're going to come out more. Laura says, I read that was because Walt's mom died in real life. Oh, interesting. Kind of a horrible way, and he blamed himself. Oh, goodness. Okay. Now I'm going to have to Google that when I get off of here, Laura. All of our childhoods just got ruined. All right. Here is... Again, we're going in with one coat, unmagnetized, and then we're going to set it down and let it velvetize or velvet or whatever the word is for that. You all, I'm still obsessed with the glass bead method. I have been playing with it still in my little spinner magnet here. I've been doing all of my swatches for magnets with this. I'm kind of obsessed with it. Whew. I just knocked it over there. Melissa says no kidding. Yeah, just childhood ruined. So much for a chill sipping swatch. Sorry, y'all. Maybe we need to be sipping something different. It would stay a little chiller. I will stick with my water. All right, here is our swatch with our bar magnet. Yes, look at those flakes in the background. You can see that even better. The or I guess it's a larger particle shimmer. It's the violet magenta sparkle, and then you have that bright orange violet magnetic pigment. You can see the orange just at the edges there. Very pretty. Jess, I feel like Disney movies helped raise me to be a somewhat reasonable human when my adult supervisors were less than ideal. I feel that. I definitely feel that. And maybe that is why the next generations have a little bit less, I don't want to say moral wise, but you know what I mean? Maybe there's just less Disney in the world for them. I don't know. And I don't want to clump everyone together either, but y'all know how it is right now. I feel like the younger generation just don't care. The older generation has given up caring. So we're just us in the middle sitting here like, you know, are we the only ones trying to do anything anymore? But Melissa says, I just need Lynn Reed to tell us dinosaurs got cancer. Wait, what? What just happened there? Okay, here is the velvet. I don't feel like it's coming out so much in the first coat, which I said this the other day in one of my lives. I don't remember whose live we did. Snap. Y'all, there's been so many lives this last week. We did someone's live with magnetics the other day. Ooh, I think it was cupcake polish. And I felt like I said, oh, it's not as great. Oh, your depressed childhood. Okay, I feel that, Melissa. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I was like, oh, velvet's not as good as bar. And then we did the second coat and it was like, bam. So I'm really excited to see the velvet in the second coat. Oh, we have polish on the hand. It is an official live. But it's pretty velvet. I think the bar is way more effective on this one personally, but we will see what happens with the second coat. So that was one coat of Technicolor Pachyderm. I'm going to scoot our glamour gear out of the way here. Probably knock my arm into it 10 times like I always do, but we're going to try not to. And then last but certainly not least, from Victorian Varnish, not Victorian Varnish, y'all, I'm sorry, I looked over at her bottles. We already did Victorian Varnish. I need to zoom y'all out too. Last but certainly not least, from Ribbits, because she has 4 offerings in Little Box of Horrors this month. We have, these are not Joanna's eggs, which obviously you can see Joanna there in the background. And Joanna is from Rescuers Down Under. I think that's what we... Right, Jen? You determined it with me earlier, I believe. This is a bright teal, which the color is definitely coming up way better on that back camera. It's a bright teal crelly base with red to yellow to orange crystal flakes and a yellow to green shift. This one is going to be $13 with a cap of $50. You can see that beautiful shift on top there, the yellow to green, and then those gorgeous flakes, which I love that we have some larger, look at those there. Ugh. I love that we have some larger flakes in here. Y'all know I love a big chunky flake. I'm very excited to see this one on our swatch wheel. So we're going to go in for that one on the actual swatch wheel. Ribbit says yes. Okay, so it is Rescuers Down Under. I'm very excited to get this one on here. I was trying to... Heather, you asked about the greens earlier, so I'm assuming you're a green fan, Heather. So this one might be up your alley as well. Let's get a coat on our wheel here. I'm really hoping one of them big old... Y'all, look at that big old flaky. Like, I'm really hoping one comes out. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I wanna get it on there. Get it off. Where did it go? I lost it. How did that happen? Oh, okay, she's there in the middle. It got like under everything, so I'm not sure. Oh, we moved it. Okay, yes. Yes, look at that big one right in the middle. I love, oh, there's 2 big ones next to each other. I love a big chunky flake. You can see those beautiful colors. Also, it's laying down nicely. I think this edge is picking up just a tiny bit. What I usually do when I have that happen in my personal polishes is when my nail is almost set, I will just like push it down with my finger very gently to get it to stick down in the tacky layer. Jen says honkin' flakes. Yes, I love that. Look at the shift of it. Gorgeous. And then you can see that green yellow shimmer as well. Hi, Dawn. Welcome in. We are doing a sip and swatch tonight, so grab your favorite beverage and settle back in a cozy chair and just get chill while we show off some polishes. We've already done Victorian Varnish's offerings for Little Box of Horrors tonight, so if you want to watch those, you can bounce back at the beginning of the replay here or on YouTube. And now we are into Ribbits Stickits offerings. This one currently is, these are not Joanna's eggs. We've done 1 coat, so we'll definitely go back and do 2 coats. You'll see all 4 ribbits. This is absolutely gorgeous. Heather says stunning. I agree. I'm also really digging this base color. Like, we don't have a whole lot of, I'm going to call it jade. I know that it says it's a bright teal, but I feel like it has just a little bit of green to it, so it makes me think jade. Opacity wise, I think we're going to be fine in 2 coats. Here, we'll do it over a polished nail so you can see the difference. Yeah, I think 2 coats is going to be totally fine, but I'm really digging this shade lately. Y'all, that flake. I'm so glad a big chunky flake came out. Now when I do my swatches, watch me not be able to get one out. But that was 1 coat of These Are Not Joanna's Eggs. There was a reference to Joanna in something else recently, and I didn't, again, because I don't remember that movie. I had no idea what it was, and I had to actually look it up. And now I just hear his voice saying Joanna every time I see anything in reference to Joanna. Yeah, welcome to the ADD world. All right, so let's go back and do our second coats. We're going to go back to Reporting for Duty, which is our 2 little Hercules. I don't remember if they're demons or devils, but they're absolutely adorable. I love them. And this is, oh, I bumped you all. This is our white Crelly with a mix of pink and turquoise hollow mixes and reflective glitters. This one's going to be $12.50 with a cap of $50. Again, everything I'm showing you tonight is available for pre-order on Little Box of Horrors website, October 22nd through the 30th. And Wishlisting, if you have not noted that, Wishlisting has changed. It was the 18th every month. Now it is the 19th of the month. There is no time on that. It's just kind of whenever they get it up. Yeah, opacity, I'm cool with 2 coats. I have always had Ribbits, Corelli's be 2 coats. I very rarely have to do 3 coats of her stuff. So I was confident in 2, but now that we have it, it's definitely opaque in 2 coats. Ribbit says, I yelled in his voice for days after making this polish. I love that. I absolutely, it's just in my head too. Like it's honestly because the ADD, it's on repeat in my head in the background right now. So here is your second coat there. You can see those beautiful hollow glitters. Again, I love the square glitters, and I love that I didn't have to do any work to get the big squares out. There's a couple on there, plus the smalls. We talked about my obsession with square glitters earlier. Here it is with the flash on it. I think this is such a fun polish. I really do. There is a brand that I post stamping plates with frequently. And they are releasing a balloon animal plate. You didn't hear that from me, but I feel like that would be so fun on top of this. I also still feel like the cutesy Halloween, so like Scream and Pink and Black would be cool on here. I have not seen any aqua Halloween stuff, but I'm kind of thinking pink and aqua for Halloween. You're giving me so many ideas here, Christy. I'm excited to play with some of my stamping plates and do some art with this one. Hopefully soon when my life allows me to get back to doing nail art. But here is 2 coats of Reporting for Duty. This one's so cute. I love this polish. All right, now we're going to go into our Fidget the Bat. Jen says that is so pretty. I know. I love that. The pink and the teal, it's just not a color combo. Also, I'm getting 50 vibes with it. So, okay, Fidget the Bat, which we determined was from Great Mouse Detective, which goes along with the HHC theme this month. So if you are a Great Mouse Detective fan and you want to pick up other inspired polishes by them, definitely check out HHC this month. I think Wishlisting's already open. Sale is the 14th through the 21st over there. This guy is a blackened violet base with a bright purple to gold shift and a mix of black flakes and reflective glitters. It's going to be $13 with a cap of $50. We're going to get in our second coat here. Which I knew the opacity on this in 2 coats would be great, but look at how much that shimmer just deepened with that second coat, and you can see even more little reflective twinkles already. Yeah, definitely opaque in 2, no questions now. Oh, that shimmer. It's so glowy on there. And you can already see the reflective twinkles, but let's grab the flash and show them off even more. I love that it's just a kiss of reflective. You just have little bits of sparkle here and there. It's not super intense. It also leads me to believe you could probably get by with just a normal top coat on this one. You don't necessarily need a glitter smoother. Obviously, a glitter smoother is just going to give you a glossy like finish. You're going to get more of a glass plushness to it. But I don't think there's enough that you have to have it. Hi, Tammy. Go back to your vacation. We've already shown your stuff. Go away. No, I love you, but seriously. She says, hey, from the Caribbean. Yes, go back. Laura says, the shimmer really sets it apart. Yeah, the shimmer in this is just gorgeous. Jen says, oh my God, I'm dead. I knew as soon as I opened this was going to be a Jen polish. It's beautiful. Laura says, Tammy, go away. You're on vacation. Yeah, see? We love you, Tammy, but like, go enjoy your vacation. You don't have that many days left. All right, here is our label shot. You've got 2 coats of Fidget the Bat. Jen says, hi, Tammy, I'm jealous. I'm jealous, y'all. I need a real vacation. I've had 2 trips this year, and they were both work trips. All right, now we're going to pop back over to our magnetics. So let me move swatch wheel out of the way. We're going to get our magnetics. Ooh, I totally just bumped that whole paper. Excuse me. And now I can't move it. How do I bump it one way, but I can't put it back? Whatever. All right, glamour gear for our magnetics here. We're going back in. I want to center it. I know I'm covering stuff up, but I want to center it. My OCD needs it there. Also, so when I zoom in, y'all can see it. So zooming back in. We're going to do our second coat of Technicolor Pachyderm, which we now know is from Dumbo, and by we I mean me. This is from Dumbo, and it is our plum base with a violet to orange magnetic pigment. When magnetized, reveals an electric violet and magenta sparkle base. This one's going to be $12.50 with a cap of 50. Hi, I'm going to butcher your name. Y'all, I can't even, and I can't say it. I can't look up your government name because Instagram is broken. So, welcome in CA2CLE. Please let me know how to say your name. Oh, I hate this. I hate Instagram. Doesn't let me look anymore. All right, let's get our second coat of Technicolor Pachyderm. Here is very quickly unmagnetized. I love it. I love that that shimmer is just a little bit present. We're going to put it on our bar magnet and let it set. And then you'll see that shimmer even more. And then we're going to go in and do our second coat on our velvet swatch stick here. There's the second coat there. We're going to set that down and let it do its thing. Now we wait for paint to dry. I'm going to get a sip of my water. I hope everyone else is sipping on their nice drinks tonight. Stay hydrated. Especially with all this warm weather, which I think is pretty much everywhere. I don't think it's just limited to the Midwest right now. I think everyone is struggling with this warm weather, and I'm done with it. I want fall. I'm not ready to be cold, but I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for pants. I'm wearing Halloween shorts with shorts right now, and it's wrong. It's just wrong. All right, here is our second coat. Oh, look at that shimmer in the back. You can see that magenta to orange in the line already. Laura says it's so hot. It is. It's miserable. Jen says, it's 80 today. We were 86 today. Like, it should not be almost 90 in October. Like, there are people here with their pools still open, and I'm jealous. I'm very jealous. If our pool was up this year, mine would still be open, and I would still be swimming in it, because this is absurd. All right, here's our 2 coats. That beautiful bar. You can see that gorgeous larger particle shimmer in the background, that deepened base. Opacity level, I think it's good in 2. Again, we're on a clear swatch stick, so that's going to have an effect. But I think it's going to be okay in 2. I'll let y'all know what I do on my swatch sticks, but like, yeah, or my swatch sticks, on my swatches, which I do on my natural nails. So, again, ignore the fact that we pop peelies today. I'm very excited for this one. I think that line is gorgeous, but I think we're going to be opaque in 2, no questions. Jen says, seriously, F that. I totally agree. And here is a velvet, yes, which I after doing cupcakes the other night, and I was like, oh, velvet's okay. I knew that second coat would just up it. So you go from like nothing. You see all that beautiful shimmer in there, and then bam, there's your color, which you do get the magenta to orange. Big fan of it velvetized too, and I think Glass bead just looks good on everything. It just does. It really does. I'm so glad that I went ahead and ordered that magnet so I can play with it, because I think it's going to be really pretty in the glass bead method. Laura says, we were almost 92. Neighbors had a pool party yesterday. Okay, no one's quite that far. Now, I have one neighbor who hasn't closed their pool, but honestly, I think they're just busy or lazy. I don't really know. I have one neighbor who pays someone to take care of their pool, and the day after Labor Day, they had it closed, and I'm sure, well, I was going to say I'm sure they're regretting it, but I actually never saw them swim in it. They're older, and I think they just have it to have it, but I never actually saw them in it. Here is your swatches of Technicolor Pachyderm. You have 2 coats, velvet on top, and line bar magnet on bottom. Ooh, that's a better angle, I think. That's what it looks like to me. But yeah, there are a couple. There's one up the street from us that has a beautiful blue pool still. I saw a noodle in it earlier today, so I think they're still using it for sure. Jen says pool party in October is nuts. Laura says 100%. Yeah. Now my aunt she was dog sitting last week, at a friend's house, and she was in their pool, which, I mean, we are getting 50s at night, 50s, 60s. So it does cool down, but their pool apparently is heated. So it was like 80 degrees and perfect to swim in last week. So yes, swimming in October is just not okay. Not for the Midwest. Laura's is especially in Minnesota. It should not be almost 90 degrees in October in Minnesota. Y'all should be getting ready for snow. That was our Technicolor Pachyderm. And then we have one more swatch to do. We're going to go back to our swatch wheel. I'm going to zoom y'all out a bit. Maybe not that much. Okay, I'm going to zoom y'all out. We're going to go back to our swatch wheel here and do the last polish. I just realized I didn't put those swatch sticks back on the magnet. I just was like, we're done with those. Get out of here. Okay, so last but certainly not least, we have these are not Joanna's eggs. And this is our bright teal Crelly with red to yellow to orange crystal flakes and a yellow to green shift. It'll be $13 with a cap of $50. Laura says we don't need to talk about the S word, but it shouldn't be 90. Agreed. I agree. Can we get like a nice 70? I'd be fine with 70s right now, or 65s, 60s to 70s. I could wear jeans and my cowboy boots. And yeah, and y'all, if I wear shorts to pumpkin pick this year, I'm not going. It's not happening. I won't do it. Oh, where did that flake? Okay. I was like, there was just a big boy there. Where'd it go? Yeah, I'm not wearing shorts pumpkin picking. We just won't go. I can't do it. I mean, I'm cool wearing a t-shirt and jeans. It doesn't need to be sweater weather and scarves and cold, but like I'm not wearing shorts pumpkin picking. I love that we got another large flake there, so it's sitting on top. You can still see the remnants of the big one in the middle under that layer, so it still picks up a little color. Those flakies look like fire in there. Laura, we were sweating in the corn maze last weekend. Yeah, that just does not sound like fun. Like, I want my jeans and boots. I look forward to fall every year to get into jeans. I know I'm like, I don't want it to be cold. I don't want summer to end. And then the first day I get to wear my jeans, it's just like a hug. They're cozy and I love them. And yeah, I actually haven't worn my boots yet. I wore ankle cowboy boots to the service last weekend just because they're like my nicer shoes, if that makes sense. I don't really wear dress shoes, and I'm not a heely girl. It's not happening. But I did wear ankle ones because it was too hot to wear actual boots. But that's it. I haven't gone to wear my boots yet this season. I'm ready, y'all. I want fall. Hi, Polished Bookworm. Welcome. All right. So that is our second coat of These Are Not Joanna Eggs. You have this beautiful flakes, and then that shimmer just dances on that base. Again, opacity level in 2, totally perfect. Gorgeous over our dark color and our natural nail. Kirsty says, I want my hoodie so I don't have to wear pants with pockets. Yes, I feel that. I actually just bought a new pair of boots this weekend that are like knee-high boots, and I justified buying them because I could use them with my dresses so I can continue to wear my dresses for the fall, but it's too hot to even wear those boots. Today I was like, I should wear flip-flops, and I was like, no, we're wearing shorts with a Halloween shirt. I am not wearing flip-flops. I wore Chucks, but like, it's just, I can't. I'm tired of this heat. Jen says, exactly. Yes. All right, so this one, let me grab your label shot. There is our 2 coats of These Are Not Joanna's Eggs. I love this base color. So pretty. Heather, I'm in Salisbury, North Carolina. Wednesday will we start in the 70s for our fall season. I think we're supposed to get 70s next. No, I have a Halloween event next weekend, and I looked it up because I'm like, I have this long dress that I kind of want to hem, but I'm also like on the fence about and lazy, and I kind of don't want to hem it shorter. But we're supposed to be like 85 that day on Saturday, and then like 50s at night. That's the worst. We were so hot during the day, and then we're like 50s, low 60s at night. So then we're freezing, and like, it's just awful. It's just global warming. It's a thing. Please don't let anybody tell you it's not. It's a thing. All right. So that is all 4 of our Ribbits offerings. You have those 3 here. We have Reporting for Duty, which will be $12.50 with a cap of 50. Then you have Fidget the Bat, which is $13 with a cap of 50. And then these are Not Joanna's Eggs, which is $13 with a cap of 50. And then our Magnetic here, which was Technicolor Pachyderms. You have the bar magnet on top, the velvet on bottom. This one is going to be $12.50 with a cap of 50 as well. And then we had our 2 Victorian Varnish offerings for Little Box of Horrors. You had Silly Me, which is our reflective inspired by the Joker. I did in 2 coats here. Both of these will be, I wrote it down, both of these are going to be $13.50 with a cap of 150. And then here is 2 coats of our Brilliant Bad and a Little Bit Mad, which is Harley Quinn inspired in 2 coats, and then this is 2 coats of Joker topped with the Harley Quinn polish. So these are Victorian Varnishes offerings, and then we had Ribbits offerings. All of this coming to Little Box of Horrors. I'm going to zoom you out just a little bit so you can screenshot the info sheet if you haven't already, or if you want to, or whatever. It has all of our wish listing info, which starts the 19th now. They've changed it from the 18th. Pre-order one's the 22nd through 30th. Here is your prices for polishes from VV, your Ribbits prices. I did get a little squishy on my writing. I apologize. And then it's all at lbofhorrors.com. Laura Wright, I refuse to turn the air back on because it's so cold at night, but we're melting during the day. I still have my AC on. I have yet to turn it off. We get full sun on the front of the house in the morning and then on the back of the house in the evening. So we have like blackout curtains in every room. And my AC is still running. Thankfully, it doesn't run at night because, you know, auto and all that stuff. But I do wake up cold, but I refuse to turn my heat on at night. We're not going AC day, heat at night. I just put on an extra blanket and I sleep in with socks because I can't. I'm not doing both. Laura's the same, lots of fans. Yeah, I can't do fans. I can't do direct air. I'm going to flip you guys around since we're chatting and you're just staring at a screen. I apologize. Oh, also, there's my cute little new ring light. It's really small, but I think it helped today. I think so. Let me scoot back so we're not all up in here. Wait, what? Cap of 50 on Fidget. Yes. Fidget has a cap of 50 on that one. So that beautiful gray with the magenta pink shimmer there. And then it's got the reflective glitters and the black flakes. This has a cap of 50 available. Now, Chrissy's in here, so maybe she can tell you if there's the small possibility of being able to raise that cap if it sells out, but I don't know for sure. So there are low caps on all of Ribbits. All of hers are capped at 50, so if that's anything that you want, I would say grab those first and then go back, because I know Little Box of Horrors does combine shipping and refunds overage, so I guess keep that in mind. And when do they actually open? It's noon. Is it noon Pacific time? I think it's 2 p.m. Central, because I'm pretty sure it's 2 p.m. my time. So I think it's 12 p.m. Pacific. So 12 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Mountain, 2 Central, 3 Eastern. I think that's how that goes, I believe. Definitely check out the FAQ on the page if you want to be 100% certain on that. But yeah, I think that's the timing. I'm horrible on that. So lots of goodies. There are obviously tons of things coming from other makers. These are just the items that I have to show y'all. So I hope that you saw some fun stuff that you like. I hope you will go and support these makers and their beautiful stuff that they are working tirelessly around the clock, constantly doing all of these sale boxes plus their own sites. Ribbits does have a launch on their website October 10th. They have 3 gorgeous polishes, which I've already swatched. I didn't get to do a live on those because I'm so slammed with lives right now, and my life, which y'all know, has just been between hospital family members twice now and funerals and trying to keep up with work and all that, I got a lot going on too. So I didn't get to do a live of those, but I do have them. There we go. I'm like in arm's reach. I do have them really quickly. I will show you. This is how I label stuff so I don't miss posting it. These are Death Becomes Her trio. And we have Put Your Head On Straight, which is really pretty. You're not a magnet, are you? I don't think there was a magnet. I say this and now I'm wondering, were you a magnetic? Hold please. No, okay. Oh, that one is a magnetic. Okay, so Death Becomes Her. This is Put Your Head On Straight, which is a really pretty berry red. And then you have Sempre Vive, which is a gorgeous reflective, and it's a magnetic, which again, that mixing ball always wants to get in the way. I think you can see it. This is super, super gorgeous. And then there's a beautiful white with iridescent flakies. I can see right through you. So all three of these are coming to Ribbits website October 10th for shopping pleasure. I will have swatches of these posted in the next couple days because it's already October 5th. I can't believe we're already 5 days into October. I don't know where the time goes. Jen says, life is lifing, girl. It is. And for anyone else whose life is lifing right now, I am sorry. And you have all of my sympathies. And if you ever need to chat, to vent, to just scream, please, my DMs are always open. So don't feel bad about it. Don't hesitate. That's the word I want. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always here. So again, I am very busy. So please, if I don't respond to you within even an hour, please don't get mad at me. But I will get back to you, I promise. And I'm always here for support or whatever anyone needs. So thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I hope that your Sunday evening has been decent. I hope you can chill for the rest of the evening, and that your Monday starts out fantastic. I hope you have a wonderful week. Monday is going to be good, and it's going to set the tone for the rest of the week, right? Jen says, love Death Becomes Her. Haven't seen it. I need to add that to my list. Y'all, apparently I live under a rock. I don't know. But yes, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight for our little sip and swatch. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.